Hello, Bomber fans, and welcome to your week in review. We're here to give you the scoop on all things blue and gold. It's been a week packed with news, so let's dive in. Starting with the buzz that shook the CFL, Mike O'Shea, our decorated head coach, has caught the eye of the NFL once again. Thomas Dimitroff, the former GM of the Atlanta Falcons, has been talking to people around the NFL to try and get them to consider hiring Mike O'Shea as a defensive coordinator. But something about this doesn't make a lot of sense, since he's never coached the defensive side of the ball, and literally all of his coaching experience is in the game of Canadian football. In roster news, we're excited to welcome back a familiar face. Chris Ivey, who honed his skills in the Arena Football League, is returning to undoubtedly compete for the open right tackle job. This is welcome news for Bomber fans after news that Drew Richmond is retiring at age 28. And that Jermarcus Hardrick has agreed to terms with the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Hardrick is the reigning offensive lineman of the year from the West Division and has been a fixture along the Bombers' O-line during the team's string of Grey Cup appearances and beyond. Drew Richmond spent 2 years with the club, but tried to negotiate a better deal with the Bombers after discovering the opening at right tackle. There were discussions, but to quote Star Wars, the negotiations were short, and ultimately Drew decided to retire. Whether he stays retired remains to be seen. On a bittersweet note, we bid farewell to a 10-season veteran, defensive end Jackson Jeffcoat, who's hanging up his cleats. His presence on the field will be missed, but we wish him all the best in his retirement. The Bombers chose not to aggressively pursue Jeffcoat in likely a cost-cutting measure. His injury history and age will have also factored in. But the future looks bright as we welcome Iowa powerhouse John Waggoner to the Bombers family. The young defensive lineman will compete along the defensive line, which now has not one, but 2 new holes, with the retirement of Jeffcoat and reports that DT Ricky Walker, who started for Winnipeg last season, will sign with the Calgary Stampeders. Veteran Blue Bomber safety, Brandon Alexander, re-signed with the Blue Bombers, and the team also signed promising rookie kick returner Aaron Cruikshank. As of right now, the kick returner job is wide open in Winnipeg. And now for the biggest news of the week. After months of speculation that the Bombers would lose one or both of Brady Oliveira and Dalton Schoen, both players left significant money on the table to re-sign with the team. Brady, a native of Winnipeg, Manitoba, was the league's top Canadian last season and leading rusher. Schoen led the league in touchdown receptions and has been an all-star both years he has been in the CFL. These 2 moves all but assure that Winnipeg will remain a major force in the CFL this upcoming season. It's been an eventful week for the Blue Bombers, with farewells, warm welcomes, and loyalty that runs deep. We're shaping up for an exciting season ahead, and we can't wait to see how these changes play out on the gridiron. That's all for this week's review. Thank you for joining us.